Okay, good afternoon. Well, there's lots that I've got to be doing this afternoon. I'm at home in my new shed that we got when we moved into this new house. So today I've got some potting on of some herbs to do. So I've brought the metal raised planter that I had down my allotment. I've brought that up here to my new house. That's going to go under our gazebo, and I've got 4 different types of herbs that are going to go in there. I've got rosemary, thyme, bay leaf and sage. So I'm going to be doing that this afternoon, potting that all up and getting that under the gazebo. Also, I've got some seeds to be planting today, or should I say sowing. So I'm going to be sowing them here in the shed. I'll give you a quick tour of the part of the side of the shed that I'm actually using today to work from. As you can see a little bit behind me, but hopefully this shed will be turned into a man cave once I've got it all kitted out. I've got a friend who's going to come and have a look at that for me. But yeah, I'm going to sow some seeds today, ready to go down the greenhouse. So I'll start them off in here, and then eventually once they've germinated and they've got used to the cold, then I will take them down and put them inside the greenhouse. So I'm going to get cracking on, and I'll come back to you guys in a bit. Good morning, guys. I'm down here at the plot today because a friend of mine who's got a plot down here alongside me down at Nick's Veggie Patch has got hold of some free bark for me, fresh bark. It's where people go around, do the job of cutting trees down and everything. So he's come, or I've gone with him this morning, gave him a hand in loading a few big bags up full of fresh bark, and we're now down here on my plot, and we're going to redo as much of my pathways as we can with all the new bark. This is it, really good fresh stuff. When we picked it up this morning it was still steaming, so my mate Dave there just helping me out. But yeah, lovely fresh bark. It's going to do the whole of the plots, and you'll see what it looks like in the end when I upload it to a new video. Okay, I'm stood by the metal raised planter that I've brought up from the allotment, and as you can see I've got compost to fill it up. It's going to go under my porch or my gazebo here, and I've got 4 types of herbs that are going to go in there, so we can have herbs from our garden, and also we'll be able to dry them out as well and have dried herbs as well. So I've got mint garden, so a mint. I've got sage, rosemary and thyme. I know I said I had bay leaf, but I got that wrong. So yeah, I've got thyme, so common thyme, rosemary, sage, and I've got a garden mint, and they will go into here once I filled it back up with compost, and then I'll give them a good water and they'll be ready to go. So I will come back to you in a minute. If you can hear a noise going past, guys, I live next to a railway line, so it's the railway line going past. It's nothing major. As you can see here, I've got compost in. I just need some more to go in there, and we're almost there. Got some nice compost brought up from the allotment. Really good stuff. This is the stuff that had all the manure through it and the mulch, so it's really nicely been mulched down. I'll get the last little bit of compost and we're nearly there. Okay, there we go, guys. So the compost is now in. All I've got to do is start to put in the herbs. I'll show you putting one type of herbs in, and then I will come back to you on the finished article. So I'm going to put the thyme in first. So I'm going to make a nice little space this end for it. I just gently ease it out of the tub. It's got a good root system on it. Just need to move a bit more compost back for it to go nicely in. Okay, so that's nicely down. Okay, that's bedded in. So I'll crack on with the rest and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay guys, as you can see, it's all planted up now. Just going to give it a liberal soaking with the watering can. Make sure they're all bedded in. And there we have it, guys. The herbs have been planted up now at home and we can help ourselves. Okay, so I've got 4 lots of seeds here that I'm going to be sowing today in my shed. I've got a Saxa 2 radish, which I'm going to be sowing. And I've got 4 different types of leeks this year that I want to grow. So obviously I've got the usual suspect, which is the Musselburgh leek, but I'm not going to start that at the moment. So the ones I'm going to give a go this year is the winner, which is a King's Seeds. So I'm going to give that a go. I'm also going to give the Giant Winter a go. And also, because I've seen other people grow huge leeks, I'm going to give the Mammoth Pot a grow. So it says about the Mammoth, it's very stout and has heavy stems. Obviously good for both the kitchen and an exhibition leek. So yeah, I'm going to give that one a go. Obviously the Giant Winter, you can see fine long white stems, an excellent late maturing variety. So these are going to be sown, and then some of these will be put up the plot, and one of them will be put into the raised bed down here once it's up and going in the garden. I'm going to be using these peat pellets again. Last year I saw Jessie at plot 37 use them. She highly recommended them, so I thought I'd give them a go. And yeah, they really work. They worked wonders last year. You just pour hot water over them, they swell up to a decent size, and they're good for the allotment. You can use them for your garden as well. You just pull back, I don't know if you can see there's just that little round bit. Pull that back a little bit, and then that creates the little hole inside, and you then just put the seed inside that. Now sometimes peat pellets can have a little, well, they call it a bug, but I don't know what you call it inside. But once you've soaked them in hot water, you completely clear them. But yeah, so I'm going to be sowing the leeks in these. I've got 2 trays there, and I've got a whole tray there that I'm going to be filling up with the hot water. So I'll get cracking on, guys, and I'll come back to you in a bit. So I'm just going to tip some water in and show you what happens. I've got some hot water here. Hopefully, if they're still okay, they should start to swell up. They absorb the water and then they start to swell. As you can see there, they're starting to swell up and they're starting to expand. So I'm going to let them all expand, and then I'll come back once I've put my seeds in. Okay guys, there we go. I've sown the first tray of peat pellets with the Mammoth leeks, and I've put 2 seeds in each tray, in each peat pellet. I'll give it a tiny little bit of water and it will go on the windowsill ready to go. Okay, so I've sown 2 lots of leeks, the Giant Winter and the Mammoth leek, into the peat pellets there, so 2 trays. I will be doing some more sowing tomorrow, but obviously it's getting dark. We've got a leak in the roof, so I can't turn the light on. So I'm going to finish up here. But also, guys, what I'm going to do is, there is a job to do in the garden. I've got a hedgerow to remove there partly, and we're going to turn that piece of land into a couple of raised beds. So I'm going to clear that out, and then we're going to get some scaffolding boards and we're going to turn that into a couple of raised beds so we can grow stuff from down here. And hopefully I'll also have a greenhouse coming very soon. Okay, that's it for this week, guys. A small video from my house this week. I will be at the plots at some point in the week, so I will give you an update from the plots to show you what's going on. As I've said, I've got a bush to remove, so I will get on with that either some point today, or I'll start pulling it out tomorrow. That will be in the video, so you will see that. Obviously that's where the raised bed's going to be going, as you'll see that in the video. But yeah, for now guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, stay safe, and I'll see you for another episode of Nick's Veggie Patch. Bye for now guys.